Today we are heading to the city of Derby in England to discover Pride Park Stadium, a modern and impressive ground with a great deal of history to tell. A stadium built in record time and inaugurated by the Queen in a truly historic moment. Shall we explore the home of Derby County together? Hello everyone, how are you? Today we are going to take a look at Pride Park, a stadium that was born out of urgent necessity. Derby County had played their home matches at the baseball ground since 1895, a stadium that, at its peak, could hold more than 40,000 people, but which gradually became outdated. Both the city and the club called for a new stadium, and after the Hillsborough disaster in 1989, the Taylor Report ruled that all English football stadiums must be all-seater. This decision drastically reduced the capacity of the baseball ground to just 17,500. In addition, the stadium's wooden components became unacceptable following the Bradford City fire in 1985. As a result, in 1996, the idea of a new stadium was born. The planning process was complex and full of changes. Initially, the club considered rebuilding the baseball ground with a capacity of 26,000, but the redevelopment never materialized. An agreement was then reached to build a new stadium at the Pride Park Business Park, an area that was undergoing redevelopment at the time. The design was based on Middlesbrough's Riverside Stadium, with the Miller Partnership creating a ground featuring a standalone main stand facing a horseshoe-shaped structure extending around the other three sides. The foundation stone was laid in November 1995, and in September 1996, work began on driving more than 1,000 precast concrete piles into the ground. This was followed by 6,500 tons of concrete and over 2,100 tons of steelwork. The club also set up a visitor center with a computerized virtual tour, attracting more than 75,000 supporters, who were also given the opportunity to purchase special personalized bricks to be installed around the stadium. The winter of 1996 was challenging, but news that the Queen would open the new stadium brought renewed urgency to the project. This would be the first time the Queen had inaugurated a new football stadium in England. Queen Elizabeth II officially opened Pride Park on 18th July 1997 in front of 30,000 spectators, with final costs rising to $22 million. The first official match took place on 4th August 1997 against Italian side Sampdoria, ending in a 1-0 defeat, but attracting 29,041 supporters, Derby County's highest attendance in 20 years. However, the first Premier League match, played on 13th of August 1997 against Wimbledon, was marked by drama when the floodlights failed 11 minutes into the second half, forcing the referee to abandon the match. The first official victory at the stadium came on 30th of August 1997, when Derby defeated Barnsley 1-0 in front of 27,232 fans. If you're enjoying it, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed yet and enjoy learning about stadiums, now's the time to subscribe to the channel. Pride Park is divided into clearly defined sections: the main stand, the east stand, the west stand, and the north stand. The original capacity of 30,000 was later increased to 33,597 through expansions, bringing the total cost to $28 million. The stadium has hosted 2 full international matches, with England facing Mexico in 2001 and Brazil playing Ukraine in 2010. It has also staged several England under-21 matches, the 2009 FA Women's Cup Final, and the 2025 Women's League Cup Final. The highest recorded attendance for a competitive match was 33,378 against Liverpool on 18th of March 2000. Derby County have been the main occupants of Pride Park since its opening, and the stadium has become a major landmark for the city. Located within the Pride Park Business Park on the outskirts of Derby city centre, the ground was built as part of a wider commercial regeneration of the area during the 1990s. In addition to professional football, Pride Park has hosted other significant events and was considered as a potential venue for the 2018 World Cup and for football matches at the London 2012 Summer Olympics, although both bids were ultimately unsuccessful. The history of Pride Park also includes darker chapters relating to ownership and financial issues. Following Derby's relegation from the top flight in 2002, the club suffered a severe financial crisis and was temporarily placed into administration. A controversial refinancing scheme resulted in the stadium being sold to the Panama-based ABC Corporation, with the club paying an annual rent of $1 million. After growing criticism from supporters, the club was sold in April 2006 to the Gentlemen's League, led by Peter Gadsby, who returned ownership of Pride Park to Derby County. During the 2006-07 season, when Derby won promotion to the Premier League, the club revealed details of a $20 million development project for the area surrounding the stadium, including a 165-room hotel, bars, restaurants, and office space. 3 public squares were also planned in honor of legendary figures: Steve Bloomer, the club's all-time leading goalscorer; Brian Clough, its greatest manager; and Lionel Pickering, the former chairman. A bronze statue of Brian Clough and Peter Taylor was unveiled on 27 August 2010. On 3 October 2011, Derby announced plans for a $7 million development called the Plaza Era Pride Park, featuring cafes, restaurants and offices, with planning permission granted on 12 January 2012. The stadium was renamed the iPro Stadium on 7 December 2013 as part of a $7 million sponsorship deal, but the agreement was terminated in 2016, and the original Pride Park name was restored. During the 2017-18 season, Derby sold Pride Park to owner Mel Morris for $80 million. On 24 June 2022, property developer David Close purchased Pride Park and became owner of Derby County on 1 July 2022. On 14 May 2025, Derby County announced that the club and stadium would be reunified under the same ownership, bringing an important chapter in this turbulent ownership history to a close. Looking ahead, Pride Park's future includes ongoing plans for development and modernization. With the recent reunification of club and stadium ownership, there is renewed optimism about what lies ahead, potentially finally delivering the expansions and improvements that have been planned for more than a decade. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and before you go, I've left another stadium for you to discover in the card. All the best.